Hey y'all, it's the girl Ari back with another motherfucking video. First video of 2026, y'all. Yikes. Nah, I know it's been a minute since your girl has posted, but we're gonna talk a little bit about it. We're gonna catch up a little bit. And yeah. It's really been a minute since I posted. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, like this year I'm definitely setting goals for myself. I'm gonna just start out saying that. I'm not gonna sit here and do the typical new year, new me. It's just new year, better decisions. You know what I mean? Locking in more of myself. Continuing my self-love journey, continuing my journey period of just trying to figure out how to heal, love, move with grace. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be negative Nancy. I don't want to be a bitter bitch. I don't want to be miserable like a lot of these evil spirits out here are, you know what I'm saying? That try to drain you, try to suck you in, try to whatever. You know what I mean? Still learning, you know what I'm saying? Still going through the same bullshit, you know what I'm saying? The same, in different ways though, like, but definitely learning like more of my self-aware, learning more of like my self-love, like, yo, like, do you know who the fuck you are? Like, sometimes you gotta look yourself in the mirror, bitch, and be like, even men too, do you know who the fuck you are? Like, do you know you're a pretty ass bitch and you're bad as fuck? Okay? Do you know that you, baby, you get up every day and do what you gotta do for you? Nobody behind you. Nobody next to you. Nobody in front of you. Because, baby, it's you against you. Fuck everybody else. At the end of the day, I'm just trying to be true to myself. And I'm just trying to figure out what that look like. Like, what I want that to look like. Like, I'm not trying to be out here being no hypocrite. Like, end of the day, if you know Ari, I do be talking my shit. I do be bidding on people. Okay, I do be grinding people up in my own ways. To myself sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, not in like a malicious way, like I'm trying to hurt somebody's feelings. Like, I just be cracking jokes, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But definitely, I'm not gonna lie, like one thing that made me push to really just make this video right now is because I feel like this is a perfect time to do it. Only just be like to re-announce myself, so like, you know what I mean, really try to make a motion like I've been wanting to with my YouTube channel, like with my mental health journey, like period. Like I really been like going through it, honestly, mentally, truthfully, and in some ways it's like, you know what I mean, like I felt like at times I've gone through the worst I could go through. So it's like at times, like I be going through just like my little emotions of, I'm really in that era of like really trying to give my energy to the right people for the right reasons. Like at the end of the day, as long as I'm moving genuine on my end, like whatever happens on their end is what happens on their end. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not really trying to expect nothing out of nothing with anybody I meet or come across. Now, do I want some thorough people in my corner? For sure, like for sure. And shout out to all my girls, because I'm not gonna lie, like my friends, like I need the type of bitches that are gonna tell me, bitch, stop being delusional. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to be a delusionalized bitch. I'm not trying to, because that shit really for the birds, bro. Like, that shit, when you really think about it, when it really come down to the nitty gritty, no, bro. I don't want to be a delusional ass bitch that's just like looking at something or having that mentality of like something that will never happen. You know what I mean? I need truth. I need realistic. I need, bitch, what's going on is what's right in motherfucking front of me. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, it really be in front of you, the answers to your questions sometimes. Like the things you be questioning the universe of, like, why am I going through this? Like, why is this happening? Or like, I don't even know how I feel sometimes. Like sometimes I really be going through it internally so quietly because I'm just so numb. At the same time too, I still feel shit. You know what I mean? And it's such a confusing feeling to express because you only understand if you've gone through it, if you felt it before. Like there's just some things that it hurts you so much that you just can't, it doesn't get a reaction out of you, or it only gets to you when you're in the most vulnerable space that you've been in, from holding everything together as much as you can. You know what I mean? So yeah, that being said, when I really fell off, like from, I think it's been like almost like 2 years, I want to say. Honestly, the start of my like life crumbling again, I feel like was when I lost my little brother. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. That's a story for another day. But yeah, so, and I feel like one of the last videos I ever did was with him, and that I wanted, like, was recently gonna, like, at that time was trying to edit it to post it, and then once I lost him, like, it really, it, you know what I mean? Like, I went through a dark ass time that I can't even break down, like, of what that did to me. You know what I mean? Like, there's a part of me that will never be the same, because of everything I went through during that time. And also just, like, constantly going through, like, it was just, I felt like a bunch of rolling emotions, that it was one thing after another, that it was a lot, to the point that last year, I really started dealing with panic attacks, and I've dealt with them before. Like when I first, and at the age of 18, like when I first found out, like I was diagnosed with anxiety, depression, that's when I had like my first real panic attack that was like scary. Like I really thought I was gonna die. But yeah, so they honestly started happening last year. And it's so crazy because I really don't feel like people understand when it comes to people who genuinely fuck with you and who genuinely love you. At least for me, like I'm speaking for me, you know, like everybody's different. But when I genuinely love somebody and I consider them family, I consider them a part of me. Like the shit that we go through, you know what I mean? The fallouts or whatever, or the fights, or, you know, things just leading up to the point of the fallout. It's like, whether it's family, friends, whether it's someone you consider family, like it don't gotta make, like I've been, you know, grew off that blood is thicker than water, because baby, no, it's not. My family is whoever the fuck I said my family is, and I don't care who feel a way about it, okay? But yeah, just people that, you know, y'all at one point had like the thoroughest bond, you know what I'm saying? Like it was just like one thing after another of me just going through it with people that I really cared about. And at times that I always go about the situations the best, no, and I will be the first one to say that. Like I'm not perfect at all. I'm not perfect at all. But I know when it comes down to the overall look of me and a person situation, I know for the most part I was genuine on my end at every point. Did I feel some type of ways? Did I maybe not express them the best I should have? No. Did I also like do what I felt like I had to do for me? Yeah. And after a while, life just kept showing me that, bitch, you need to choose you, because when it comes down to everybody every time, they're gonna choose themselves. So yeah, I just started going through like really bad panic attacks, like in my sleep, to the point like I will literally be knocked out and I wake up gasping for air, like as if I'm dying, you know what I mean? Like, and it's really scary at times. And I was also just going through a lot, you know, mentally with my job, like just feeling stuck, just feeling like I need more. I need to explore more. I need to get out of the same environment that I was so, like, what's the word? So used to, you know what I mean? So it's just like, yeah. So then I ended up making a life decision, and I ended up moving away from home. And again, if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. Well, bitch, mind your business. Yeah, and honestly, like I still don't regret it. You know what I mean? Like I was able to do something for myself. And I just was able to have that opportunity that I've been waiting for so long, you know what I mean? So it's like I took it. And I still haven't looked back. You know what I mean? Have I been going through some shit now in like my new environment, and you know what I mean? Like, of course. But that's the point. Like, I'm glad I did it, because in a way I feel like I wouldn't even be where I am now without taking that risk, without like without just moving away from home, without like sometimes not being able to just have somebody right around the corner. Even though at times, like right now, do I really need that? Yes. But at the same time too, like everything that has led me up to this point right now, talking to you guys, was needed. Continue to tell myself that. Even though there's things that I'm still not healed from, that's still like, it bothers me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know how to say it. Like, there be times I be cool, you know what I mean? And there be times that I'm still grieving certain things. And that could mean anything, you know what I mean? Whether it's death, whether it's, fallouts with people, whether it's, certain things that you didn't need to happen, but somehow we're here, you know what I mean? And yeah, what I will say is this journey of really being alone, like, I really get what people say now. Like, sometimes you really have to just duck off. Like, sometimes you really just, you need to go mute for a little bit and just disappear. And I really did. Like, I locked in with myself the past, since I moved last summer. So it's been a couple months. Like, sometimes you just gotta lock in with yourself and really like be distant to really figure out what is needed for yourself, what you need, what, you know what I mean, like what you want out of life, how you want to be treated, how you want to walk in your path, you know what I mean? And sometimes that lock in with yourself, it has only made me stronger. And even through this, this journey, I definitely know like I have a few real ones by my side for sure. And I appreciate, you know what I mean, my outlets that I have, you know what I mean? Like, I really wouldn't be where I'm at either without them. And I genuinely appreciate anybody who loves me unconditional, you know what I mean? Through all my bullshit, through some shit that, you know what I mean, that my bitches be looking at me and being like, bitch. And I be like, bitch. If y'all know, y'all know. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I just want that sisterhood. And I definitely feel like in my circle of friends, I have that sisterhood. And I just am so grateful for that as well. Because it's like, yo, you really do be needing some people to lean on at times. You know what I mean? And physically, it might not always be, they could be right there. But just being able to, like, call my friends and, you know what I mean? Like, just being able to know that they're there in some type of way. Like, I'm not going to lie, though. Like I said, the alone journey is needed, but sometimes it's like also moving away from home. You don't just have, people that you love around, you know what I mean? Like, you could just get in the car and go right there, you know what I mean? You could. Right now, girl, I don't have a car, or not too much. But that's another thing, you know what I'm saying? Not too much on that. Because soon, video's gonna be in the car, you feel me? But, yeah, but y'all get what I'm saying. But, yes, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, the past couple months, my mental has I've been finding myself just in that I know what's in me, not on me, and I know I'm blessed for success. I know, like, my time is coming. Like, I feel it. I just know I have to lock in more, like, and continue the things, like, that I go through with people, and things I realize, like, some people just aren't for me as well, and I get that. Like, I get that. Maybe they're not part of this version of me right now, and even if that's not what I want, sometimes I'm just so exhausted anymore from fighting, even just, like, myself, like, my emotions, my body, because it's not just my mental health I deal with. Like, I have other medical issues, like, that affect and, also have an intertwine with my mental health, with my anxiety, my depression. Like, Sometimes it's like, yo, I'm already exhausted of the things I deal with on a day-to-day basis that are sometimes even out of my control, to literally sit here and just be messy and just be a mean girl, or just be like, you know, trying to add stress to someone else's life. Like, no, that's not that. But at the same time too, like, I'm also learning, like, I'm not gonna let nobody disrespect me. Like, at the end of the day, like, I love who I am as a person. If you know me, or even want to get to know me, want to understand me, want to really know what's up with me, like, you know, I know certain things about me not everyone might accept, and might not everybody might, you know, fuck with, and that's cool. That's cool, because that's just only showing me who's for me and who's not for me. And I only want the people around me that are for me, that genuinely love me, that genuinely, like, I love who love me. And it's like, you know, what comes with that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's certain things don't have to be explained, because it's just like certain things you wouldn't play about when it comes to people you love. And that's why I'm like, I can't stop, you know, like, I can't stop myself from caring and loving how I do. I can just change who deserves that access to me, because I'm just tired of people taking advantage of me. I'm just tired of people making me feel like I'm crazy at times when I know I'm not. Like, for the most part, I've really overcome a lot of my mental by myself. And right now I'm in a point where it's like, I don't know how to right now. I really don't know how to. And I'm trying to figure it out again, because you're always learning yourself. We're always growing as people. So even though you feel like you might know somebody, at the same time too, you might not, because again, we're always growing. We we have to take the time to understand and learn each other through whatever version, if those are people that we generally care about. You know what I mean? And generally want to be a part of their life. Generally, you know what I mean? Like, want to be there for them. And that only just comes with the right people, with the right patience, with the right mental capacity. You know what I'm saying? Like, not that I'm trying to give, like, excuses, but sometimes I generally know, like, yo, some people really treat you off of who they are, not who you are. Some people really be dealing with demons and be dealing with shit within themselves that sometimes know they... Yeah, so with that being said, we got interrupted chat, my bad. But nah, with that being said, I'm just really focused this year on, you know, wanting to just do more, wanting to do more, wanting to take more risk, you know what I mean? Like, just to show myself what I can do, you know what I mean? And set more goals for myself, which I've already shown myself I could do so much, you know what I mean? And I know I could do so much more. So it's just one of those things where I'm like, nothing and nobody can stop me, you know what I mean? Even though, yes, at times my emotions can get the best of me, but that's just because I'm who I am and I love how I love. And I'm not gonna be untrue to myself or hate myself any less or not love myself because of what people think, of how people judge me. Like, I could give a fuck, you know what I mean? And I continue to say it and will say it. Like, I will always stand 10 toes by myself in a room full of people that hate me, or, you know, that wish bad on me, or that would just want to see me not win. Like, just so off that. I'm so, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not for anybody that wants to mistreat me, especially when they know I deserve better, you know what I mean? Friend, not friend, like, it don't matter who you are to me. Like, I'm just done of letting people take advantage of me. Done letting people just treat me any kind of way. You know what I mean? Because I've been through so much shit and I continue to go through shit. And I'm going to continue to go through shit. But the shit will be different than the shit of what it once was. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what, I know life is never going to always be perfect. Like, it's never going to just be happy. You know what I mean? But I definitely feel like I am seeking my own true happiness. Like, there's times I'm definitely feel happy and content, like, within myself. And then there's just times that I don't know how to feel. And, like, sometimes it's like my feelings are working against me and I just feel confused. I feel lost. I just feel alone. You know what I mean? even if that's not the case. But at the time, that's just, you know, that's just how that shit be having me, to the point that, you know what I mean, my panic attacks be back again. And, you know, it's been a fluctuating journey with them. I've been trying to like see what helps, what doesn't help, what like adds to it, what calms me down. Like it's just be exhausting, but it's just another thing to learn about myself, that it's just showing me like my body be trying to tell me things. My body just be exhausted of the hurt, the pain, the healing, it just be too much. It just be too much. And I'm also just tired of healing from things that, because of the way people have treated me, and that it has such a hold and effect on me. I hate knowing when someone has control over my emotions. I hate when someone can ruin my fucking day because I care and love them that much. Like, I really genuinely hate that. But it also comes with who I am as a person, because I give a fuck. But definitely trying to give less of a fuck, because if I would never do that to them, why would I let them do that to me? You know what I mean? But with that being said, your girl just has more goals set for herself. Like I said, I definitely want to be more involved with my YouTube channel again. So, you know what I mean? Let this not be the one and only, but the one of many videos that you will be seeing from your girl this year. Definitely want to get more involved with like the public. I want to get back involved with like my my interviews with people of like every, you know, wanting to just get every, you know, people's stories out there, wanting to get different POVs of different people, situations, backgrounds, what they had to sometimes embrace, and what they had to go through, what they had to get from here to there. You know what I'm saying? Because I just feel like those, like everyone's story deserves to be heard, because we can all sometimes learn something from each other. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's just really about supporting people. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just like letting people know, like, you are seen, you are heard, you're not alone, you know? And I feel like people sharing their stories too, that just helps us like give those other outlets, like, you know, reaching out to someone that you felt like you were going through something alone, and now knowing, you know, like within a video or an interview, that you're like, damn, like I can really relate to this person, or what they're saying, you know, resides with me, or whatever the case is. But just know, like, I'm at the end of the day, even when I'm not okay, I know I'm gonna be okay, but sometimes it does not feel like that. But this mental health journey definitely have took a toll on me, but I also embrace it at the same time, because with it, I wouldn't be who I am. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be as strong as I am. I wouldn't have grown through things that I have. But yes, but stay tuned. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Make sure y'all tell a friend to tell a friend to tune in. Y'all share it. Even if you don't watch my video, but just share it, like it, whatever the case is. Appreciate it. But yeah, enjoy the journey with Ari.